Hey guys, welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook with me, your host, Jason Hook. And I'm back. Unshowered, I got a little eraser head going on here. Let's see. Yeah, that's cool. Anyways, so what we're listening to is Obedience. MMXIX, which is 2019 in Roman numerals. This just came out a couple weeks ago. I know I'm a little bit behind on it. On Fair Warning out of Texas. Obedience is a band out of Austin, Texas, which has members of some bands which you should know if you like good hardcore and punk. I usually don't list them. I'm going to list them here because they're listed right here, and I'm just going to tell you. So that's what I feel like doing today. Severed Head Estate, Tear It Up. Creaturas, I know I hammered that. Concrete Elite, Signal Loss, Breakout, and Jade Church. So this is Obedience 2019. Got a cool Obi strip here. Comes with a download card. I know you know if you futuristic streamer online people dig those. Little note next to the record, bro. Back with flyer, sick. Power Trip, Sheer Mag, Obedience, Red Death, that same show. That's cool. I'm moving to Texas. That's a regular occurrence. The dust sleeve comes with an Obedience stamp, which I think is rad. These little, as you guys know, if you're fans of the channel, you know that I really dig little things like, you know, Obi strips and stamps. You know, make a record interesting. And here's the insert. You got some live shots. Live shots here. B-side. Other side of the insert, you just got lyric sheet, flyers, which is awesome. But yeah, check it out. It's like a fast, distorted in some spots. Emphasis on fast, hardcore, and that would be Obedience. Readily available. I think this is white vinyl. I don't know how many of those are. I'm a cool guy. I have to have the special edition, you know. Alright. Next. I grabbed this out of one of those Triple B grab bags. Not the one they just did, but the one they did a few months ago. And what we have here is Stick Together. I believe this is a self-titled. Stick Together. Which came out on Triple B in 2015. This is Wilkes-Barre. How do you say it? Just straight edge hardcore. Right up the vein of like kind of that newer sound hardcore. Teetered, you know, the rising drum beats and stuff. But this is like, this shit's got a little bit more anger to it than the other stuff does. Most of this stuff definitely has a positive message, like work together and stuff. There's definitely some rage in this, which is fucking awesome. Very angry. I would like to know who some of these songs are directed to, if there's anyone in particular. But if it is, that person really fucked them. Pissed them off. This is a band I saw the name a million times. I saw flyers for. I actually saw this record a bunch. Just never picked it up out of laziness. I have an issue like that. There's just so much stuff. I can only get so much. But it's got a cool dust sleeve is the actual insert here. It's not called, yeah, it's got orange swirl. Got the lyrics on this side. Sent the label. But again, this is out of a grab bag, so that's why grab bags are cool. I just did the new one that he did, and I got it in like 3 days, which is, you know, I live in Mass, they're out of Mass. And I got a bunch of stuff I already have, so those would be either I'm giving it away to people I know who don't have it, or the stuff that I don't give away, or like people already have, or I don't want. I'll definitely try to do something on here. I know it's definitely going to be a Warfare LP if you guys haven't heard that thing yet. Might be something else. Actually, I think I got one of these too. But I gotta find out if anybody I know wants it first, and then I'll offer it to you guys. But that's Stick Together. This is also members of band. I'll leave that one for you to find out. But Stick Together, self-titled on Triple B, which is putting out like everything right now. If you guys are tapped into new hardcore, they're on fire. Let me tell you. Next, we have Firewalker. This came out, I believe, 2017. This is Boston straight edge hardcore. Very angry, very fast. Definitely more, in my opinion, that's more of a punk tinge than that I fucking love. It's not just straightforward hardcore. Back here you got band photo, song titles, got the download code. If you saw that, download it. I don't care. I haven't turned my iTunes on in like 5 years, and they're getting rid of it anyway, so who cares? But this is definitely some sick stuff. The vocals are very gruff. The singer Sophie has really gruff vocals, which I dig a lot, actually. I've saw these guys a bunch. I haven't seen them lately. I don't know if they're still active. They could be. They could just be not playing out right now. Lyric sheet here, some photos. They could not be playing out right now. I could just be an idiot and they broke up and had a last show and I just completely missed it because I was on Jason Island at the time, which is physically possible. But again, this was another record which I've seen a bunch and just never picked up out of laziness and finally pulled the trigger. I believe I ordered it from Sorry State. I could be wrong. If not, Sorry State, maybe a great mistake. But that's Firewalker, the self-titled. I know they had a demo with a couple songs on it, tape that I don't have, which I'm looking for. Maybe come out last year, because this is 2017. But again, that's Firewalker, self-titled. Just fucking angry hardcore. Jason, right up. Good old Jason Hook's alleyway. Next, we have another Triple B release. This is The Fight, the Master is calling. These guys are out of, I believe it's Long Island. I don't want to fuck, yeah, Long Island. This came out in 2018. Pull this out here. This is a cool screen print cover at the back here. Triple B. Who again have been fire. They've been putting out a lot of the quote-unquote hot jams as of late. But this is some great stuff. More teetering crossover hardcore. Photos, lyrics. I believe there might be, I don't want to, is there 50 with this cover? With the screen print cover? This is me being like insane and just right place, right time when pre-orders go up. But black LP, got black vinyl. You got a screen printed B-side, which is sick. But yeah, it's definitely got a crossover tinge, not super metal. Again, flogging a dead horse like I have the last 4 videos. Straightforward, gruff, angry vocals. There's definitely some songs on here about anti-healthcare songs, which is great as a union guy. That shit sucks. They're bleeding us dry. Definitely some things about taking stances, anti-politics. Just very, very angry. Political, but not overly political in your face. Definitely a little bit different than your average band. You know, it's not like My Friend Betrayed Me or, you know, You Lost My Trust. Like stuff. Definitely angled towards powers that be. But this is The Fight. The Master is calling on Triple B. I believe this might still be available. I think they have something else coming down the road, but definitely check this out. It came and went. It was kind of jammed between some releases that I think blew up, so I don't know if it kind of flew under the radar for some people, but I definitely recommend that. Check it out. Next I have this. I got this months ago. This is the City Hunter Deep Blood LP. This is the repress. This is a 2019 repress. I believe this came out in 2018. This band, in case you guys didn't know, is on Youth Attack Records. I don't know where they're from. Is it Colorado-ish? Am I completely fucking wrong? Just tell me if I'm wrong. This is cool though. It's like a blood splatter. These were originally pressed. Those flew. They did a tape pressing, which comes in a cool eggshell case. Those flew. These represses, I believe there's multiple different colors. Those flew. So this is really hard to get on vinyl. Again, this was me spending money I shouldn't have been spending. Right place, right time. I pre-ordered it. I don't like to pay a lot of money on represses in secondary market. Like I'll pay like $25 if this is new. If it's a repress that's new. I'm not the guy paying $80 from somebody who pre-ordered it and is selling it before they even get it. But this definitely, it's some evil shit. Some straight evil shit. The singer wears this mask when they play. It's fucking frightening looking. I've not seen them yet. I've seen videos and still photos, and it's absolutely, it's frightening looking. It's evil looking, which I think is the thing they're going for. It's like a slasher themed hardcore band. Here you have the photos. You got the porch here on the back. You know, it looks like someone. You know, you got the murder, hands being washed. you know, very faintly the dog's looking through. I don't know if this is gonna come up in this, but you see his face. It's definitely some spooky shit. Comes with the poster. You know, got the knife and the mask. You know, got this thing going here. You open this up. Got the lyrics. This going. It's a youth attack release, so you know this is all like photo quality paper. Like the inside of the LP is black. It's like tipped sleeves. It's just like some definite effort because that's what they do. So you pay a little bit more for their releases new. Secondary market, you pay out your fucking ass for them, which is I think is kind of silly. Again, like I said earlier, but hey, if you got the money, do it. But you know, they definitely put a lot of effort into these releases. They're not just, you know, thrown out there. I know these guys played a couple fests. Usually they show a film, like a slasher film or something, and they play before or after. I'm not sure. If anyone's seen them, please comment below. But I've heard they're great live. I mean, they haven't come to Boston. I know they did New York, and I think Seattle-ish. And I think they played in Denver. I played a lot, but that's City Hunter, Deep Blood. Definitely check it out. Try to get a copy for cheap. Or I'll dub you a copy. Let me know. I'll try. I got a new tape deck. I want to fuck with it. So let me know what's up. I'll make you a mixtape with that on it. Next we have Gutter Knife. Gutter Knife are from Brighton, the UK. This is again, definitely up the alley of what's been coming out of there. The new wave of British hardcore with a definite Oi theme to it. This is on Quality Control Hardcore. Screen print cover. Ordered this. Like these records, I've been working overtime, and like I don't do much because like I'm off the booze, and I quit smoking, so I just have money, and so I've just been buying a lot of dumb shit. Like I have enough for videos for months without even buying anything new. So I think I got to take a little hiatus. Maybe I might buy some newer stuff. I don't know. But this comes with this cool game postcard, which is out, and which will be in a future video. We'll talk about that. This is on blue vinyl. Got the custom labels there. Again, screen print cover came out nice with the quality control logo here. The the band, the song titles. Was there an insert? No. Yep, there is an insert of this. Jason should do more research. I don't got the lyrics in here. Flip it around. Got a little thing there. But yeah, UK hardcore or influence stuff, really great. I don't know if this is a members of band. I don't know how active this band is, but this LP is good, and I highly recommend checking it out, ordering it. I don't know if the U.S. distros might have got it. I know that Painkiller is like the U.S. distributor of Quality Control hardcore stuff, but I don't think they did this. I think this might just be Quality Control did this one, but I don't think it's that hard to find. But that's Boots on the Ground by Gutter Knife. Sick stuff. Like I forever have a soft spot with I'm sorry, I'm getting a text. Sorry. I forever have a soft spot for like Oi, definite Oi stuff, because I cut my teeth on punk and Oi and hardcore. And this is kind of like a big mix of it all. Foot stomp and shit. Definitely check it out. It's Gutter Knife. Gutter Knife. Next, in the same theme, but we got the US version. There's an ant on my floor. We got the US version. This is No Heads, Pressure Cracks. This is white. This came out on white vinyl here. You can see it on 6 Feet Under Records. These guys are out of Richmond, Virginia, and they're doing that, similar to the new wave of British hardcore with the Oi tinge, except they're just from America. They're from the US. This is like an 8-song LP. Came on again on 6 Feet Under. This just came out recently, again, within a few months. I've been lazy, so I've had it. I've had this video ready to go with like what I want to put in it for a while. I just haven't had time. But you get simplistic insert. You get the lyrics here, and then you have they have a little seal here. But again, Oi influence hardcore. Definitely some great shit. I hope they play. Maybe come up to Boston. Maybe hint hint hint. Come on, 6 Feet Under. You can work something out. You got Boston connections there, Dave. But that's No Heads, Pressure Cracks. Again, I think this is readily available from 6 Feet Under, and if you dig, along with Gutter Knife, if you dig like kind of like the Oi hardcore sound that's been ever so, especially out of the UK lately, No Heads is you can't miss with this. I've recommended this to a bunch of people. They bought it. They fucking love it. Again, I think it might have slid a little bit under the radar. Triple B's been dominating the pre-order new hardcore lately, just because they just put out banger after banger. It's not a bad thing. They're hot right now. They're putting out a lot of sick releases right now. But you know, stuff like this, I think is kind of getting maybe put in the wash a little bit. So pay attention, because this is great stuff, ready available. Because I think once it's not available, it's not available. So get it while you can. Get it while getting's good. Next, I have, completely on a different note, I have 2 Record Store Day releases here that are mainstream bands, that nothing like we just listened to. And this, I didn't do a lot for Record Store Day. I went out that night at like 8 o'clock and bought a couple things. And then the next day I went to a flea market, and then I ended up hitting up like a couple stores and bought some stuff then. So I wasn't in line at 8 in the morning or 4:30 or whatever in the morning like some people were. And to be honest, these 2 releases I'm about to show right here, I didn't even know existed until I saw them on the shelf. This first one I'm going to catch shit for, but you can fuck off. This is Green Day live at Woodstock in 1994, which I was 12 when this happened. I remember watching it on MTV. Dookie was fucking huge. Like, I still listen to Dookie every now and again. I actually had a conversation last night with someone. He laughed at me, but you can kick rocks, Rufio. But this is just a whole live set from Woodstock, if you guys remember. It's very heavy Dookie. A couple of the early songs off Kerplunk and the other record, which is like escaping me right now. And then you got the stage banter, which is like real cringy. I probably thought it was cool in 94 myself. Real cringy now, like calling the crowd, there's no punks here. Like, what's punk? Like, kind of like snotty, cooler than you type stuff, which was kind of hard to listen to. But if you guys remember, Black Vinyl, if you guys remember, this was a show where it was raining and people just started pelting the stage with just clumps of sod that they were ripping out of the ground. And this recording's real cool. Static Electricity. I'm gonna like handle this record. That's probably gonna make people cringe, but I don't care, because it's a Record Store Day Green Day record that there's 4 million of. But if you guys remember, they started pelting the stage, and Green Day at the time was like, I don't want to say this because it's gonna catch eye rolls like crazy, but they were a fucking punk band that was getting popular. So like, of course, they're egging the crowd on to throw the sod on the stage, and there was a big fucking thing. And at the end, it just runs for a while, and you can hear like some guy, I don't know if he was a PA or a spoken, somebody who was just doing stage work that day, but he was trying to like calm the crowd, and like he's like, hey man, if you're gonna keep doing this, we're just not gonna do we're gonna wait for a while till we bring a special guest out here, and you can just hear like thud 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 thud, because people just whipping fucking sod on the stage. But I dug it. I can listen to this and get in this. That later stuff shortly after this, maybe 2 records after this, I can still get into. And then Time of Your Life, which was like, I'm pretty sure was played at my high school graduation. That era, Green Day, I'm completely off. But Insomniac, I dig that one. Dookie, of course. But this is just like them in their prime for me. And I saw it and I grabbed it, whatever. I've listened to it 2 or 3 times. Next, in the same ilk, another Jason Jam band, which I've probably talked about here, which is Weezer. This is Dusty Gems and Raw Nuggets. Literally the only reason I bought this is because Suzanne's on here, which is one of my favorite Weezer songs of all time. But what you get here is you just get some live versions, and B-sides, and a couple demo versions of Weezer songs you all know and love. You got Michael and Carly, who were the 2 like super fans that passed away, I believe. Suzanne, My Eveline, Jamie, My Name is Jonas, Surf Wax America, Jamie, no one else, Jamie twice on the same side. They could have switched that one. Undone, which is like a kitchen tape, Paperface kitchen tape, Only in Dreams kitchen tape, Lullaby for Wayne, pre-production recording, I Swear It's True, pre-production recording, Saying Ain't So, original album mix. So it's just different mixes, B-sides, live versions of Weezer songs. Definitely, if you fucking hate Weezer, or you never heard Weezer, I do not recommend this. Pinkerton, I'll tell you. Pinkerton, then Blue Album, and then select tracks off of the other stuff. Make Believe is the last full length I dug from beginning to end. But this is another band which, these guys were huge when I was just discovering music on my own. And I still have a soft spot for them. Like, a Weezer B-side record, like, literally sold. Like, you don't even need it. I'll buy it. Just tell me where to get it. But that's That's B-sides and raw nuggets. It's a record store day. I don't know. It's like limited to 15 fucking trillion. But you know, that's the RSD sticker, so it makes it special. But Suzanne's a jam. Get into it. Weezer. Now, back to my regularly scheduled punk and hardcore. So you guys who've tuned out for the last LPs, you can come back now, or you went and got a drink. Let me actually flip the record. I'm back. Check out this sick Drop Dead shirt. They're back, by the way. They're playing shows, and they're fucking brutal and heavy as ever. I bought this. I have a Drop Dead long sleeve I bought, but I actually just ordered a new long sleeve because I just liked it so much. So I own 3 Drop Dead shirts now, which is fucking wild. Vegetarianism has changed me, guys. So next I'm going to have, these were on my last video. I ran out of time, so I have a couple, some 45s I'm going to show. First I have the Fuerza Bruta 45. Again, this is a band I know I've talked about before, but I also butchered their name because I'm dumb American. But this came out in 2018. This is on Warthog Speak. Let's see what vinyl what I got here. I believe this is like a blue and gold mix. It's very cool. Came out very nice. I definitely dig that logo too. It's so simplistic, but it looks so cool. The WS for Warthog Speak. And the LP is cool, the sleeve's cool because it's got these cuts, which is like definitely an homage to the 80s. But this is Oi from Chicago, that's sung in Spanish, which I wish I'm trying to learn more of. But they definitely have, like, I translated the titles. You got Rotten Trick, We Are the Evil, Ugly by Nature. It's 3 titles. And also, this is Andy Fletcher artwork, Warren Piss, who I've talked about ad nauseum here. But I picked this up when I saw him. Highly recommended. Just fucking check it out, guys. This, No Heads, and Gutter Knife, and you are listening to 2019 Oi the way it should be, not that corny shit. I know Oi is kind of an ugly word for some people, but this stuff's great. This is like anti-cop songs and stuff on it. It's not nationalist garbage. Excuse me. Next I have the Ripcord Harvest Hardcore 7-inch. This is a repress. This came out in 1988 as a flexi. This is on Raging Records and YOFC. I wrote it down. YOFC Records and Raging Records, Rage number 2. Harvest were a UK kind of fastcore band from the 80s. Definitely taking like a lot of, like, at the time, like Larm. There's another band I know, Heresy. Ripcord's right up that. Ripcord's like that. If you probably know anyways, guys. But this was a repress they did. I know there's different colors, I think covers and stuff. But I'm stoked that it's just making it readily available. I want a shirt with this on. I saw one for sale. I might order it when I have a little bit extra cash. But that's weird that it just has this in here. It's just a cover. It's odd. Whatever. But black vinyl. I think I actually own the flexi to this somewhere too that I bought a long time ago. It's in a box. But I like the art, the Ripcord art. It's got the drawing of like them playing and people going nuts. You open up, you got a lyric sheet, red. And you got a Siege and an SSD cover on here, which is sick. So they were definitely digging the American sound and mixing it with like that UK fastcore sound, which was like very prevalent at the time. Let's look and see what songs they are. We got a little bit of time, right? I like how they scribbled out the Ripcord contact. They scribbled out the band contact and all the members' contact because, you know, it was 30 years ago. They might have moved. You got Starvation by Siege and Boiling Point by SSD, just to give you a heads up of what this is going to sound like. This is a band, again, I think kind of like gets lost in the mix of bands from that era. I don't think they ever came to the U.S. I could be totally, completely wrong. Again, please, right below if I'm a fucking moron and they toured the U.S. 1,000 times, or did it recently and I missed it. But that's Ripcord Harvest Hardcore. You know, politically centric, not so left, fastcore from the UK in the 80s. Dig it. They had a song called Margaret Thatchpire. I don't know if it's on this, but Margaret Thatcher sticks her fangs in the UK and sucks the economy out, which was sick. All right, next. We're gonna go to a somewhat current. This is a band called the Bayonettes. They're from Canada. This is on 2010 on Deranged Records. I got this for like a couple bucks in the 7-inch bin over at Armageddon and then in Cambridge. These guys are awesome. I saw them a handful of times. Just black vinyl. They're like a power pop punk, you know, Exploding Hearts with female vocals, I would say. Maybe a little bit faster than the Exploding Hearts. But these guys were great. I saw them in New Jersey. I saw them in Boston a couple times. They played with my friend's band Social Circle a bunch. So I was fortunate to, you know, I drove down to Jersey with Social Circle because I just wanted to hop in the van. I'm that guy. And saw them saw the Bayonettes in the basement of Fucked Up, and it's another band I completely forgot, but if I knew it would be cool. Comes with this little insert here. I believe this is only like 2 or 3 songs. It might be 2 songs. Yeah, it's 2 songs. Guilty Pleasure with Out of My Mind. Produced by Martin Farkas, which is actually the singer from Career Suicide. But yeah, see, 2004 to 2008 Rip. So this was a release that came out after they broke up. But you can find this stuff for cheap, and definitely check it out. It's a real bummer. I feel that there was a lot of 2003 to 2010 was like I went to every show ever, and then I started working at nights at a job, and I kind of fell out. But this was like great stuff. This is right up that end. I feel like it might get lost in a wash, like some of the other releases I've talked about here. And I mean no disrespect to the bands when I say that, because they're great bands, but sometimes things blow up and everyone's hyper focuses on one thing, and these great singles are coming out, and or LPs are coming out. People are kind of oblivious, but I definitely check this out. It's a Bayonettes. Guilty Pleasure's Out of My Mind. Canadian power pop punk. Great stuff. Next, I have a Bouncing Souls 7-inch. This is Neurotic by the Bouncing Souls. It's got the anti-MTV logo here. It's on Chunkska, which is a label I believe is the singer or might be the guitar player from the Bouncing Souls. So this came out in 1994, New Jersey, out of New Jersey. I'm not going to pull it all out. It's also on Rotten Roll Records. Actually, I'll pull it out. I got good time. I only got one more thing to talk about after this. But you know, you fold it up here. You got your lyrics, some coffee, a little diner bill. It's cool. I like the A, and then the B. The Bouncing Souls is the Bouncing Souls logo. I saw the Bouncing Souls the first time probably '96. For you guys that like or probably hate the Bouncing Souls and have tuned out again, along with the Green Day and the Weezer stuff, they're like a melodic pop punk, kind of poppy punk band. A little, not super poppy punk, a little bit different, definitely melodic, from New Jersey. I know they like they have a couple releases that got kind of big, like Hopeless Romantic's great LP. The self-titled That's Black with their name is cool. I don't really know a lot about it. Like those 2 records are very I remember I burned a hole through my copy of Hopeless Romantic on CD. I don't know on vinyl. Do you even ever come out on vinyl? I don't know. This is before that. This is definitely sloppier, not in a bad way, but it's definitely not as polished as the later stuff. And this was $4, so I grabbed it. But that's a Bouncing Souls Neurotic. You never know what you're gonna get on the Jason channel. Last is a fresh new repress. This is You Won't Make Up Your Mind and Devil's Disciple by Colored Balls on Just Add Water Records. Does it say the recording date on here? It might not. 1973. So the Colored Balls are from Australia. They're definitely like a blues-influenced pub rock band. AC/DC bit their style fucking super hard. Like they're the AC/DC you never heard. AC/DC kind of maybe a little bit more heavier, but they definitely bit, like, you can tell they bit these guys. This is a repress. I don't think this was ever on vinyl. These songs were ever pressed on vinyl. So Just Add Water Records just released this, another EP and an LP. And I haven't ordered the other EP or LP yet, but they're still available, so don't order them yet. Or just go order them so then I can have an excuse not to get them, not to spend money. But it's red vinyl. But it's straightforward. It's like that fast, like, Won't Make Up Your Mind's a straight up punk song, but punk, I don't know, existed at the time. But it's like the pub rock, the blues, the heavy riffs. These were the guys with like Sharpies. That, if you guys don't know about that subculture, mullets. They wore like nice clothes. It was a whole thing down in Australia. There's stories about this band being like the crazy stories about touring and all sorts of stuff like that. I'll leave for you guys to look up. But Just Add Water, yeah, see, it's right there. It's all 3 right there. out May 10th. The Colored Ball debut that never was. The First Supper or Last Scenes We Don't Get to See LP. Available for the first time in vinyl in over 40 years. Plus Flash and Won't Make Up Your Mind singles. So they did 2 singles in the LP. The original, anything original by this band on vinyl is super fucking expensive. So it was cool to find these. They look great. They sound great. And go over to Just Add Water and buy them. Because shit like this, you know, might go into extinction if it wasn't for labels like that to make it available for us to jam. But that's the Colored Balls. It's just a 2-song EP. I'm sure the LP and the other 7-inch I'll have in a future video because that's my... I'm sure I'll buy them. I already know. Well, that's all I got. Sorry for my absence, if anyone cares. I've just been going to a lot of shows. Like I said, I have enough stock and fucking unlistened to. Like look at this right here. I was in New Hampshire. Well, I drove to New Hampshire. I was in Maine this past weekend for a union conference. And I did some record shopping. I saved up some money, worked some overtime. This is all stuff I bought this weekend. The Slade record right there, a little quick sneak peek. Manowar LP, the Vice Squad boot. I got some Sepultura, Metallica bootleg, a Nightbirds LP, the new Briefs, this new wave of British heavy metal kind of comp right here, Job Center Rejects. And some other stuff. I'm not gonna, but this is just this weekend. Like this is like enough for a video here. I got some 7-inches I grabbed, just out in the wild up there for cheap. Got Devo 7-inch, just awesome comp right here, which you will see. Got some CDs I bought. I've never done CDs on the show. I got mail order. I got all sorts of shit. Check out this band, Head Cinema. I saw them up in Maine. They're a new Boston band. Dudes from other bands kind of doing like a hummy, fuzzy, alternative type thing. It's really cool. What's up? I'll talk more in depth later. It's just sitting right here. Got my Godfather's a Hardcore signed DVD because I'm a Kickstarter contributor. So all sorts of shit going on. But thanks for watching and stick around. I'll see you later.